Hi, welcome back to Crafting by the River. I'm Sue, for those who haven't been here before. Today I'm working on Roxy's weekly challenge, and I think this week is 36. So that's my journal ready. Pop that to one side. Okay, so this week Rachel put together these little decorated glassine bags, simple decoration. I've made one. The bag is decorated quite simply, piece of fabric and some lace, and I've added a little ribbon flower over the top of mine because I followed Rachel and added a staple in the top, and then I wanted to cover it, so I've used this to cover it. So then what she suggested was a tag to fit into the glassine bag. So I decided to make a tag using 3 layers of book page, and they're sort of laminated together. Just use a glue stick and glue them together, one on top of the other. And then I also added a piece of tea dyed paper for the back. Okay, and I've added this pretty image on the front of mine with a little bit of book page, another piece of fabric, same as I used on the glassine envelope or the glassine bag, and a sentiment, one of Tim Holt's sentiments. Okay, I've used the same lace in the top of this one too. So there you go, that's what we're making today, and I'm just going to keep this quick and simple and make one more of those. So I'll pop that there. I've already laminated the card and I've trimmed the corners, and I use, you know, a store card, a loyalty card, and just add that to the corners. Okay, and I have this piece of paper. This came as part of a pack of papers for journal cards, really. I thought it was really pretty, and I love the way they've done all of this. How easy is that to decorate a journal card? Well, I'm going to use this for my tag front, but in order to do it I need to trim some off, and I will trim. I mean, you could, I guess, just fold it to the other side, but I'm going to trim mine. So I've marked it approximately where I need to trim back. Because I wanted to centre this piece, I've had to trim back on both sides, which is fine. Couldn't see the pencil mark there. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're managing a bit of crafting. And if you play along, I'd love to see what you make for this challenge this week. Okay, so that's my image, and I'm going to centre that on here. But first of all, I need to trim the corners. Which one did I use? This one. So we just line that up with the top and the side. And snip that corner off. Flip it over and do the other side. There we go. So that's done. and that will sit on there. Now I quite like this. Like I say, I quite like that. So I'm going to snip, just rip down both sides, just to try and create the same sort of look. We do it about here. There we go. And the next thing I want to do is ink it all. So for this, I'm trying to get as close as I can to the colour there. So I'm using frayed burlap. And I'll go over it all. And this is probably a bit more than I would normally ink edges, but as it's already there, you know, you kind of want to keep with it. Or follow. Okay. That looks pretty good. Go over that corner again. Oh, actually, I need to do the card as well, so let's do that while we're here. I'm shaking my desk. I bet I'm shaking the camera too, sorry. I'm trying to get this done before the light goes today. It's been a pretty dull day here, and quite cool too. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to stitch around this anyway, so I might ink the other side once it's stitched. Okay, so that's my piece, and I'm going to centre that kind of, sort of. Sorry, my glue page is a bit off-putting, isn't it? You can't really see. Okay. Lots of glue. There we are. So that's that piece done. Now I'm going to use this slot punch for the top. And I reckon about there is pretty good. And I also, on the other one, I rounded the corners, so I'll do the same on this one. So I might need a bit more ink there, mightn't I? So that's done. Now, I've got this ribbon. I'm thinking I'll use that, but we'll wait until the envelope's done, or the little packet, the glassine bag. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is my glassine bag, and it actually had a lip on the top to fold over, but I've just glued it to the inside just to add a bit of extra strength there. and to get it out of my way. So you can see the way I've made my labels is that they sit just proud of the top of the bag, which I quite like. If I put ribbon in, it sits nicely in the top. Okay, so that's that. Now I've picked this piece of fabric, which is quite an old piece. It's an old piece of quilting cotton. And this tea-dyed lace. And I think it's that way. It's the right way, yeah. So I'm thinking that is reasonably good with that card. And again, I'm going to use a staple, but I'm going to use a button on the front of this to hide the staple. So what I've done, I use my art glitter glue just to add the lace to the fabric. It's a bit messy down that end. Okay, and I set that just slightly off the top, like so. Then turn the fabric over, get rid of that, and glue across the top. And again, I like to attach mine just slightly down from the top of the glassine bag or envelope, whatever you like to call it. Okay, so that's it there. And on both of mine, I didn't go right over to the edge. I wanted it to be more, you know, I want to be able to see that this is a glassine bag. All right, so a staple is the next job. And we'll staple that about there. There we go. And now all I've got to do is add my button. And actually I think I'll use some of this, heavier weight craft glue. Which I want to sit about there. So let's have a look at this ribbon again. Yeah, I think that's fine. So what I did with the last one was I just thread the ribbon through and tied it off. But I think with this one I will grab a bit of that twine and use that twine to tie it. Won't be a sec. Here we go. Now let's see whether I can do this without fumbling. Okay. we go. And I think I might leave these quite long. Trim this up. There we are. Now, I also like to add a bit of glue, I think here, just so that that doesn't come undone. And it will dry clear, if I can get it to work. Now, I haven't added anything on the bottom of this one. Don't know. What have I got? Let's have a look at the sentiments. Perhaps we'll just add a sentiment. I might use this one. Adventure awaits you. It looks like the bird's just left the cage and is heading off. So I think that sentiment would be quite appropriate. Okay, let's take some of that whiteness away. Add a little bit of glue. We'll just put it there. There you go. How simple is that? So that slots into the envelope. And that's it. I'll take them over to the other desk and photograph them. I won't be a moment. Okay, so week 36, simple decorated glassine bags. And these are mine. In the end, I decided not to stitch around them, but that's the first one. And this was the second one. You can see I've added a button on this one where I added a lacy flower on that one. And the card is very simple, just the sentiment and the tie detail at the top. So yeah, it was a very simple challenge this week, which was nice because I'm trying to get a bit ahead of myself. I mean, you can't do that with Rachel's challenges, but it means I have time to perhaps do one other project today. Okay, so I'll bring the journal out and I've flicked through and I'm thinking maybe this page for the pinky one. It was either that page and I might do a bit of sponging on the background, but I thought that one or even, where was the other one? No, not there. Can't find it now. Where was it? It was one of Rachel's wraparound pockets. And I thought it looked quite nice in there. Oh, it's the other side of here. Yeah. But you can actually put two things in this one. So I maybe put that one in there for now. And the other one is back here somewhere. There. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just take that out for now. And that's it. That's me for Rachel's challenge this week. I love her challenges. She mixes it up. This was quite a simple one after last week's, which was, I think, a little bit involved. It was for me. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get my head around that one. Anyway, there we go. Thank you for calling past today. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. It helps. And I hope you'll join me for the next video. Until then, bye.